Hello everybody, happy Sunday. Today is a recap Sunday. Something new we're doing. So, but it started August the 1st. So this is really just kind of recapping the last 3 days because today is the 4th. And, you know, we're filming today, or putting it up today. So this is August 1st through the 3rd. And I'm gonna just break it down, I guess, into sections. So let's just start with what we have for dinner, because some of you just want to see that part, and then you can jump off if you want. Here's what we had for dinner the last 3 nights. Okay, so this is our Thursday night dinner. So, a old-fashioned chocolate cake, corn, mixed berries, some tomatoes and cucumbers from the garden, and then in here is chicken and dumplings. So I'm gonna stir that up for you. Good old chicken and dumplings. And that's dinner tonight. All right, here is tonight's dinner. We're doing leftover cake for dessert from last night, and I was so thrilled to know that in the 50s they did fried rice. So we're doing fried rice and some of this seasoned beef. Then we have some grapes out, and instead of a salad we are doing celery and baby tomatoes. And the tomatoes are from the garden. So there you go, and we have a Theo cup over there. That's our dinner. Okay, so tonight is Saturday night, and dinner is a little bit different because we had to go to a birthday party. We've been working outside. We've got a lot of things going on. So I just threw dinner in the crock pot. I know it's not 50s style, but they ate at the party. The girls then went out to dinner and school supply shopping. So it's just really me and Charles and Katie here. So this is dinner right here in the crock pot. And it's just a roast with all the veggies and some fresh basil. And that's what we're having tonight. And they sent some of these buns. They can even put some of the roast on a bun if they want. From the party, they sent potato chips from the party. Then we still have a tiny bit of that chocolate cake left from the last couple nights. And then they also sent this birthday party cake, so we got that. And we have some peppers from the garden and some celery cut up. That's what we're doing here for dinner tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow for dinner. Okay, next is what have we been up to? What headway have we made? So what we've been up to this week is Charles has been on vacation, and we have started, sorry, bright lights everywhere. We have started working on our fence. Now, this is something that had to be done, and I'll show you in the footage of the fence and all of that. This really just one of those home improvements that needed to be done. We have been budgeting for this. We have saved for this. We knew it was coming. We knew what we were budgeting for it, what we were saving. And along with other home improvements that need to be done. So that is definitely a huge stay out of debt tip, is make sure that you budget for what you want. So we were able to pay cash for what we needed. And that is just so huge. So let's just jump into, here is the fence. So they wanted over $100 to deliver the wood to us. So instead, Charles made 4 trips and filled the car with all the wood, and then we emptied it. That saved us a ton of money. It didn't even take a half a tank of gas in order to do that. Also, good deal is he got 6-foot boards for the same price because they were on sale as 4-foot boards. Here you see Katie marking them, Charles is cutting them, and I am putting them in piles. We only needed 4 foot. So with the other 2 foot that we're cutting off, we're going to make our raised garden beds. And the girls' job right now, Brooke is babysitting Luke, Ronnie has Theo. Paul's little helper.
Good job, buddy. Keep doing it.
Let's play.
Use 2 hands.
Let's do it. He will do this forever. Good job, buddy. Pulled it. It's heavy. So what are we doing?
Taking the old slats off as carefully as I can.
So what do you need my help with?
I suppose here in a little bit, if you want, I can have you help me take some of these panels off. All I'm doing is loosen them up and pry them out enough to get under the head and pull the nails out. Put the nails in the bucket, stack the slats for now, and then I think these first two on these 2x4s, I'm going to take them off, hit them with a sander real quick, and I think they're sturdy enough that if I just go ahead and flip them, which is probably what I'll do with a lot of these if I can, as long as the ends aren't rotted out, then I'll flip them and nail them back up and reuse them. Putting the rough side on the inside rather than the outside.
So you can see some are like...
Yeah, it's in pretty rough shape on a lot of these boards. I'd say 1 in 4 boards is something I could probably reuse if I cut it down to a different size. So
we'll see what we can do.
It gets worse the further down the road we go, but so do the boards, because they take so much more abuse further down from the kids running into them over the years. Not just our kids.
Yeah, the people that even we bought it from and whatever. Yeah.
So the plan is to get 2 sections of this out. Then I'm gonna touch up these boards. If they look good, then I'll reuse them. Hit this with a little bit of paint on the hard to reach areas, and then put up some of the slats and kind of work my way down the row.
Very good.
Trying to sugarcoat and reconcile, so I can do a dance and make us both forget.
All right, last but not least is the budget end of things. So here's Charles, hard at work still. And honey, how much would you say total you've spent on the fence so far?
Loosely estimated $995.
So about $995 so far was spent on the fence. We haven't had any other real expenses, right, this week?
No.
In the last like 3 days? No. So any advice or anything? I already said just make sure that you budget for what you want.
Have somebody else do your fence for you?
It's a lot of work, but we're saving a lot by him doing it. How much do you think we save by you doing this instead of hiring somebody?
I would say they probably paid originally about $4,000 to have this fence put in.
And we're gonna do it for a hair over $1,000.
Well, we're fixing it up for hair over $1,000. I'd say I probably save, if I had to replace all the 4x4s and all of the lumber, I'd say it would still probably cost us somewhere in the estimate of about $2,500. Maybe a little bit more. But since I'm able to do it myself, we're saving there. And quite frankly, on this section of fence, I'd actually expected to replace a lot of these 2x4s that are going up and down through here, which these are about $4 a piece. And because the fence sections are different lengths, I've been able to just cut off some of the dead rot ends. sand them up, reclaim them a little bit, and reuse them. So far I haven't had to use any of the new 2x4s, but I know once I get down into this section, I will. Going into it, I bought 52 2x4s. I'm hoping to have some of those to return. If not, I've got them. They're already paid for. But if we can get them back, then great. We'll take them back.
For sure. So that's the other huge tip, is to reuse what you can. You know, everything doesn't need to be new and shiny. Definitely reuse what you can. That goes into this too. So this is an expired planner that I am using. And all I did in it is mark out the days, because it's just changed by 1 day. So with a pen, I just changed the days, and voila, I have a planner for this year. Save where you can. That's, I think, our biggest tips. And reuse, 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 repurpose, repurpose. But back to the book. So one of the things that I am doing to help is I am writing down whenever I go to the store and exactly what I spent. So grocery-wise, this week we spent $78.71. We are definitely trying to keep things down. School supply shopping did have to happen, but for our family, how that works is my ex-husband purchases majority of the school supplies. We still get all the stuff after they start, and then we do the clothes, the uniforms, all the school fees, everything else. So he buys the notebooks and stuff like that. So that's how that works. So that is not in our budget yet. We have budgeted though for the children, for all their clothing. That will all be happening in the next couple weeks. So we will share all of that with you guys. But that's it for budget. That's what we've spent. That's our quick budget tips. That's what's projects have been done. You know, we can't sell our house with a falling apart fence, and we just gotta do what we gotta do. Oh yes, and he is saying another thing about the fence that could definitely be cheaper is we have to follow our homeowners association rules. So we could have left the fence more of a natural and not had to do the stain. The stain was over $100 for the bucket of stain. $141 he just hollered, just for the stain. And we could have saved so much, but because we live in a homeowners association, we have to pay or get exactly what is allowed and approved, and you have to get it approved before you can do it, and this whole big ordeal. If we were out already on our property, this would stay natural. Just he would weatherproof it and we'd go. That's it. So that's it for today. So you guys, Tuesday is the 2 for Tuesday, and then Thursday will be a full day of meals, and that's it. So I'll just see you guys on Tuesday for a full day of meals, 50 style, going back in time. Bye everybody.